Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to Unacademy, India's largest online learning platform, which is helping lakhs of students to realize their dreams, to become more successful in their life. Just a second, let me check whether I am audible for all of you or not. Yes, yes, okay. So, welcome to Unacademy. Yeah, so today's class is going to be electronic devices and circuits semiconductor part 5. Sir, as I told you, good evening Raviteja, good evening. Good evening Raviteja, good evening. As I told you in the first class, in the overview of how to prepare EDC for GATE 2022, I have told you guys that at least I need 20 to 25 hours preparation for the semiconductor physics. So have patience to learn this semiconductor physics basics. Harika, good evening. Harika, good evening. So have patience to learn this EDC, because if you see in 2021 GATE examination, he asked almost four to 6 marks from same semiconductor physics. Imagine if you are strong enough in semiconductor physics, 4 to 5 marks are in your pocket. See how much difference it makes in someone's life if you have 4 to 5 marks in your pocket. So have patience to learn this semiconductor physics. Trust me, definitely I'm going to take 20 to 25 hours of semiconductor physics complete end to end. End to end semiconductor physics discussion will happen. After that only we'll enter into the PN junction diode. After that only we'll enter into the PN junction diode. Okay. Now, so myself, Shravan Kumar, as you guys already know, I have master's degree from JNTUH in VLSI system design, and I have 10 plus years of teaching experience, and then I can handle subjects like EDC, analog electronics, digital electronics, and EMFT. And I have a special code for you guys, that is SVS10, which will help you to get 10% discount on Unacademy Plus subscription. So this 10% plus subscription will be valid till midnight of 28th of the February this month end. From March 1st, we are going to decrease this off percentage. 10% off will be removed or decreased from this 10%. So please hurry up to get Unacademy Plus subscription. The Plus subscription contains access to the live classes. You can attend all the crash courses. You will be having a weekly test. You will be attending the doubt solving session. You can clear all your doubts, and sessions will be in English and Hindi. And you have something called rank improvement batch. There's a benefits of Plus subscription. And then we have something called iconic subscription. The iconic subscription will give you a personal coach. You'll be having a study planner. You'll be given a study booster sessions. And a personal test analysis will be conducted, and then a preparatory study material will be available for you guys. And plus subscription for 12 months is going to be 27,225 rupees after using this SBS 10 code. For 18 months it is going to be 34,650 rupees. For 24 months it is going to be 39,600 rupees. So again you can use this code SVS10. Iconic subscription for 12 months is going to be 45,225 rupees. For 24 months it is going to be 66,600 rupees. And your code is going to be SVS10. As I told you, this is going to be 10% discount. So this will be decreased. Offer valid till midnight of 28th February 2021. So please utilize this opportunity. Okay. And how will you get, sir? Simply you can download the Unacademy app, you can install the app, and you should select the GATE and ESE goal, and then click on plus subscription. Then you will be taken to the get subscription. Click and choose your number of months of subscription, either it plus or um, either it should be a plus subscription or it can be an iconic subscription. So depending on your interest, you can choose any one of that. But don't forget to type SVS10 as a code. SVS10 as a code. Click on apply and then click on proceeding payment. Then you will be taken to the payment methods. You will be having debit card, credit card facility, EMI, UPI, wallets, and net banking. So whichever facility you want, you can use that facility and you can pay them. You can pay them. Okay. This is all about the plus subscription and this thing. Yeah. So the one important thing which I want to bring to your kind notice, this is the most important thing I want to tell you, right? So people think that we have 1 year of time for GATE 2022. People think that we have 1 year of time for GATE 2022. But remember, if you are a college going student, at least 4 months, minimum of 4 months will go away in the examinations itself. Every semester will have 2 months of examinations, right? They may be laboratory examinations or they might be regular examinations. So what will happen, sir? So two months of time will be wasted for each semester. So totally 4 months of time will be eat away by your regular examinations. So be careful. So don't think that we have lot of time. 1 year will come in a spur of the moment. So because of that, so remember what I'm saying here is study while others are sleeping. This is very important. Study while others are sleeping. Work while others are loafing. Okay. So prepare while others are playing. Dream while others are wishing. Many people will think that I will write this GATE 2022 examination and I'll start my preparation in the month of August, I'll start my preparation in the month of December, or I'll start my preparation in the month of after my odd semester examinations, I'll start preparation. So don't think about wishings. Don't think that you just want it. You dream it. Imagine yourself after writing the GATE 22 examination and how much your performance analysis you are trying to do. Dream that, sir. So to dream that, what confidence you will get, it is because of your preparation. If you prepare well, then your dreams will come true, right? So prepare while others are playing. People think that they have a lot of time, so don't think that, don't try to play unnecessarily. I'm not saying remove WhatsApp, don't see Facebook, don't mingle with your friends. No, I'm not saying all those things. Give a dedicated time, at least 4 hours a day. 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening is more than sufficient for you to get a great rank. Satish, good evening, Satish. So 4 hours dedicated time is required, sir. So prepare while others are playing, right? So work while others are loafing. So don't think that you have a lot of time. So dedicate 4 hours, sir. You have to maintain the discipline. You have to maintain the discipline of every day 4 hours. Come what may, you have to spend 4 hours and imagine yourself getting below 100 or 500 rank of GATE examination. If you have any doubt of getting a GATE examination below 100 rank, just go back and see the journey of GATE 2022 life. Okay, that is very important. So I have prepared a video on a journey towards GATE 2022. Such a beautiful concepts I've explained you. So sir, please Please maintain that. Attend my classes, attend others' classes. We are here to help you. And share these videos. Sir, if I'm not going to get views, surely I am forced to stop the course also. I'm forced to stop the course also. So inform as many students as possible. Let others also know what's happening around in the Unacademy GATE Telugu, Unacademy GATE English channel. So please spread the news. Let others also get benefit out of it. At least this may be useful for the student to get only 1 mark extra. That itself is a great thing. So maintain the spirit. Don't lose the confidence. Study well, work hard, prepare accordingly, and dream big. Dream big. Okay, this is very, very important. This is very, very important. Okay, yeah. Sir, can somebody tell me what we have discussed in the previous class? Coming to today's class. So, can somebody tell me what we have discussed in the previous class? Can somebody tell me what we have discussed in the previous class? Please, quick answers, please. Or you want me to summarize it? So, if you want me to summarize, I'll summarize it, sir. I'll summarize it. So, that is very important for me. That is very important for me. So, this is the slide which I was used. These are the students who attended my class. Harika said, yeah, energy of electron. Okay, Harika, Raviteja, both of you tell something. Yeah, okay. And we spoke about at a length of atomic energy levels. Different atomic energy levels will have different energies, and we have discussed what is ionization potential, correct? Ionization energy and ionization potential we have discussed, and then we have seen what is a photon also. What is a photon also? Then we spoke for a small time on electron structure of an elements, electronic structure of an elements. So which is very, very important. Which is very, very important. Now we will discuss about today's class. I think we have discussed about this. Now we'll discuss about today's class. So as we started our discussion in the previous class, so this to describe an electron in an atom, we need 4 quantum numbers. They are considered as N, L, ML, and MS. N, L, ML, and MS. So this N is all about N represents all about the number of shells. I can call this as a shell. And L represents a subshell. This is very, very important. And then what is ML represents and MS represents? Sir, MS represents and spin, and ML and MS represents the spin. Okay, this we can call this as energy. What is this and what is this? Angular momentum you can call. And then what this ML represents? What is ML represents? What is ML represents? Can somebody tell me? Magnetic moment. Okay. So N, L, ML, and MH are the 4 quantum numbers. And yeah, magnetic, correct, you are right. Magnetic moment. Correct. Right. So energy, L represents angular momentum, ML represents magnetic momentum, and MS represents the spin of an electron. Okay. Now the Pauli's exclusion principle says that no two electrons in an electron system can have same set of quantum numbers. Same set of quantum numbers. So he sees now. So from this I can say, let's say n is equal to 0, L is equal to 0, ML is equal to 0. So obviously MS must be equal to plus 1 by 2. If now let's say one electron has these four quantum numbers, n is equal to 0, L is equal to 0, ML is equal to 0, MS is equal to plus 1 by 2. Then second one is going to be n is equal to 0, let n is equal to 0, L is equal to 0, ML is all equal to 0, but MS must be definitely minus 1 by 2. Minus 1 by 2. So according to Pauli's exclusion principle, remember that no two electrons in any electronic system will have same set of quantum numbers. Same set of quantum numbers. Definitely, at least the spin of the electron must be different from the others one. It may have other three quantum numbers same, N, L, ML may be same, but at least spin should be different. At least minimum spin should be different. So as we know that no human beings will have same kind of thumb impression. Same kind of thumb impression. So similarly here, an electron, no two electrons in the same electron system will have same values of four quantum numbers. This need to be remembered. Very important point to be remembered. Very important point to be remembered. Now if you look at the values of n, so now first value is nothing but we talk about n, right? This is I would call this as n. I would call this as n. Okay, all electrons in an atom which have the same values of n are said to belong to the same shell, right? So whichever is having same value of n, all electrons in an atom which have the same value of n are said to belong to the same shell. These shells are identified by letters K, L, M, N. So what do you mean by K, L, M, N? So why do we give the names? So it is simple like this. Let's say we have told you that n values ranges from 1, 2, 3, and so on. So for n is equal to 1, we call this as K. For n is equal to 1, we call it as K. For n is equal to 2, we call this as L. For n is equal to 3, we call this as N. For n is equal to 4, we call this as N. So can somebody tell me what is n is equal to 5? What is called n is equal to 5 and n is equal to 6? What we call? Probably nobody has told you now so far. For n is equal to 5, n is equal to 6. For n is equal to 1, we have called it K, L, M, N. So but what is n is equal to 5 and n is equal to 6? For n is equal to 5, what is the letter which we use? And for n is equal to 6, what is the letter which we use? Please tell me. If even guesses can work out sometimes, so please guess it at least guess it, sir. Guess. I think Raviteja, Harika, Satish, whoever is watching, maybe OP. Satish says maybe OP. Exactly, Satish, you are right. Exactly, Satish, you are right. Whatever you guess is right, is going to be O and P. Your guess is right, is going to be O and P. So definitely you are all correct. Your guess is right. So if n is equal to 7, what will you get? For n is equal to 7, you get Q. Raviteja, you are right. Raviteja, you are also right. So for m is equal to 5 is going to be O, and for P is going to be n is equal to 6 is going to be P, for n is equal to 7, and so on. And so on you will get. Harika, you are also right. Harika, you are right. So these are the values which need to be remembered. Sir, don't worry, I'll explain you in a graphical way. So what do you mean by this n value, k value, l value, everything I'll explain you. Don't worry. I'll explain. Don't worry. I'll explain it. So electronic cells will have the different names of K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, H, T, like this. Like this, we'll have different names are given for different values of n. Different values of n. Okay. For different values of n, we have different names are given. Okay. Next. So here very important thing to be remembered here is now each shell again will be subdivided. Each of the shell is again subdivided. It means what I mean to say is for n is equal to now those are called L values. So L is nothing but L represents the subshell. Subshell whose values will range from 0, 1, 2, 3, so on up to n minus 1. N minus 1. So the value of L depends on the value of n. The value of L depends on the value of n. For n is equal to 0, the L value will be 0. For n is equal to, there is no n is no, sorry, I'm sorry. For n is equal to 1, L value is 0. For n is equal to 2, you will be having L value is going to be 1. L value is going to be 1. Okay. So for n is equal to 2, you will be having L is equal to 1. Is that fine? Is that fine? Are you understanding? Understanding? So this is very important. So for different values of L, we will give them some different orbital names. Now here comes the original orbital. The subshells will be given different names. So L is equal to, I mean to say L is equal to 2 means 0 comma 1. I am sorry. It will be 0 comma 1. We will be having 0 and 1. For n is equal to 1, we will have L is equal to, so for n is equal to 2, we will be having 0 and 1. 0 and 1. For n is equal to 3, what we get, sir? The L value will range from 0, 1, 2. So this is very easy to understand. But remember, but for L is equal to 0, we name this as S. For L is equal to 1, we name this as P. For L is equal to 2, we name this, to differentiate, I'll do one thing here. I'll call this a D. For L is equal to 3, F we call this as. For L is equal to 4, for L is equal to 5. So can somebody tell me what L is equal to 4 and L is equal to 5? What will be the values of L is equal to 4 and L is equal to 5? What will be the values of L is equal to 4 and L is equal to 5? L is equal to 4 and L is equal to 5. What the names will be given? Now again you guess. What names can be given? Again, your wild guess may work out. Guess the values. What will be the names given for L is equal to 4 and L is equal to 5? Your wild guess. Sir, let's make it more interactive. You know why I'm asking the questions is so that you will be alert, listening, not boring. So as I told you, the basics of the semiconductors has need lot of attention. That is the reason why I want to make it so interactive. I want to make it so interactive. Satish, S1, S2, okay. S1, S2, no. Let's have another trial. Guess one more thing. Sir, if S is already there now, why we use another word or another letter S here? We can't use S again. Think something. Yeah, this. Sir, let's make it more interactive, please. Otherwise, I will also get bored. Are yaar. Ravitesh says GH. Okay, Ravitesh says GH. Let's see what Harika says. Let's see what Harika will say. Harika, are you there? Raviteja says G and H. Sir, as I told you, let's make it more interactive. Let's make it more interactive. No guesses, Harika, no guess. Okay, no problem. Yes, you are right, Mr. Raviteja, you are right. So you'll be the names will be GH. And for L is equal to 6, you will be call it as I. You're absolutely right, Raviteja, you're absolutely right. For L is equal to 0, we name it as S. For L is equal to 1, we'll name it as P. For L is equal to 2, we name it as D. For L is equal to 3, we name it as F. For L is equal to 4, we'll name it as G. For L is equal to 5, we'll name it as H. Okay, and then for L is equal to 6, we call it as I. Sir, if L is equal to 6, what would be the value of N? What would be its corresponding N value? What would be its corresponding N value, sir? Can somebody tell me? What would be the corresponding value of N? For L is equal to 6, what should be the value of N? What should be the value of N? 8. Satish, L is equal to 6 is 8. Okay. Harika, just now I have told you. Harika, from this you can see. Satish, you are right. Satish, you are right. And Raviteja, you are right. You are right. Harika, for your sake, I am telling you here, listen to me. See, as I told you, L value ranges from 0 to n minus 1. 0 to n minus 1. 0 to n minus 1. So, if L is equal to, so from this you can write, if L is equal to 6, it should be 6 is equal to n minus 1. So, its corresponding n is going to be 6 plus 1. So, it's going to be 7. Did you get the point or not, Harika? Harika, are you getting or not? Right? Are you getting always? Harika, are you getting or not? This is very important. So n value will be 7 is the right answer. 7 is the right answer. Okay. So n is equal to 7. So simply L is equal to 6 means 6 must be equal to n minus 1 and n is equal to 6 plus 1, n is equal to 7. N is equal to 7. This is how we will get the values of L. This is the value of L. Sir, why we are doing all these things? Why we are doing all these things? We are doing all these things. We are doing all these things just for the sake of identifying an electron. Identifying an electron in an electronic system. So okay, then we'll have another quantum number which is called as ml. ml generally represents the magnetic moment. ml represents magnetic moment. How the value of ml will range, sir? How the value of ml will range, sir? This will range from 0 plus or minus 1 plus or minus 2 plus or minus 3 so on up to plus or minus L. So the value of ml depends on the value of L. Okay, so now remember the value of L depends on the value of L depends on the value of L depends on the value of N, and the value of ml depends on the value of L. Okay, so this is going to be plus or 0 plus or minus 1 plus or minus 2 plus or minus 3 so on, and finally we have ms is going to be only two values. Always it should be plus and minus 1 by 2, plus or minus 1 by 2. It means what I say, sir, either it should be 1 by 2 or minus 1 by 2. Plus 1 by 2 or minus 1 by 2 is the values of ms. Plus 1 by 2 or minus value of m by 2. So to make it, yeah, correct, achiever. Yeah, Ritesh, you are right. Ritesh, you are right. Achiever, you also are right. Yeah, you are right. You guys are right. You guys are right. So it will range from 0 to plus or minus L. 0 to plus or minus L. So to make you understand, let's consider n is equal to 2. So for example, I am considering to make you understand, for n is equal to 2, so what will be the value of L, sir? L will be ranging from 0 and 1. 0 and 1. So if L is equal to 0 and 1, So the ML will range from what, sir? ML will range from 0, then plus or minus 1, 0 plus or what's the maximum value of L is, sir, 1. So obviously ML should be this. So what is MS value? MS value is going to be, obviously it's going to be 1 by 2 plus or minus 1 by 2 plus or minus 1 by 2 plus or minus 1 by 2. It means, now I'll try to show you here. So this, you are going to have N, L, ML, MS. Let's say L is equal to 2. For L is equal to 2, you will be having 0 here. If this is 0, ML is also 0. Let's say it's going to be plus 1 by 2. So 2, 0, 0, minus 1 by 2 is a probable one. This is going to be 2. So 2, is there any other values of ML? No, not possible. So consider ML is equal, L is equal to 1. For L is equal to 1, you can have a plus 1 value. Plus 1 and plus 1 by 2 you will get. This is going to be 2. 1, 1 and minus 1 by 2 will get. Right? So similarly for different values of L, you will get, I'll just repeat it here. I'll just repeat it here. N, L, ML and MS. And you can have, so for my convenience, I draw like this so that you guys will not confuse. Okay, now again you will be having N is equal to 2. For N is equal to 2, you will be having, this is 1, this is going to be minus 1, this is going to be plus 1 by 2, this is going to be 2, 1, minus 1, minus 1 by 2. Like this, so how much you are getting, sir? How much you are getting? You are getting a lot. Here actually here you can also still, you will get one more value here. I think I forgot to write here. For N is equal to 0, for L is equal to 1, still you have M is equal to 0 and L is equal to also 0. Okay, so this different values will ranging. You can observe here. You can observe here. So then, so you can see here for L is equal to 1. So still you will have plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 plus 1 and then 2, 2, 1, 1, minus 1, minus 1, plus 1 by, see, all these are probabilities. All these are probabilities. Okay. So we are trying to find out the probability of an electron. We are trying to find out the probability of electron. So how many number of electrons can be fit when N is equal to 2? For N is equal to 2. For N is equal to 2, how many number of electrons can be fit, sir, here? You can see 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many electrons, sir? Total 8 electrons can be accommodated for N is equal to 2. For N is equal to, see, try to understand what I am saying, sir. These are all the probabilities and the possible values of the quantum numbers. Yes, Achiever, you are right. So totally how many electrons can be accommodated, sir? 8 electrons can be accommodated from N is equal to 2. For M is equal to 2. So similarly, now you can see beautifully here what I explained. Now here comes the original story. So for N is equal to 1, this is L, sir. For N is equal to 1, L is equal to how, sir? L is going to be 0. L is going to be 0 means you have only S. L is equal to 0. Go back and see what we have discussed. For L is equal to 0, we name it as S. For L is equal to 0, we name it as S. So this is going to be N is equal to 1, S is equal to L is equal to 0. For N is equal to N is equal to, you will have L is equal to 0 and then L is equal to 1 also. Okay, for N is equal to 3, you will have L is equal to 0, L is equal to 1, L is equal to 2. And this S orbital can accommodate 2 electrons. It can accommodate 2 electrons. It can accommodate 2 electrons. Then as I told you, S is again 2 electrons it can accommodate. You can have 2 electrons here, 2 electrons here. But whereas P can accommodate. P means what? For L is equal to 1. So go back and see. So for L is equal to 1, so for L is equal to 0, how many are here? I'll do one thing, I'll do it here. For L is equal to 0, how many electrons are there, sir? So how many electrons are there? This is going to be yes. This is going to be yes. How many electrons here? Only 2 electrons. Only 2 electrons. For L is equal to 1, so these 2 and these 4. So this is going to be L is equal to 1. I call this as a P. I call this as a P. So how many electrons can be accommodated here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total 6 electrons can be accommodated here. So it means you can have one. Just a second. So you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electrons can be accommodated. 6 electrons can be accommodated when it is in P. That is L is equal to 1. For L is equal to 1. Similarly, for L is equal to 3, how many electrons can be accommodated? For L is equal to 3, how many electrons can be accommodated, sir? For L is equal to 3, how many electrons can be accommodated, sir? Total 10 electrons can be accommodated. So it means L is equal to 3 means you will be having D. For L is equal to F means how many electrons? 14 electrons. Okay, so S means 2 electrons, P means how many electrons, sir? 6 electrons, D means 10 electrons, F means 14 electrons, G, H, tell me what is the values of G and H values? Can you please tell me? 2, 6, 10, 14, correct, right, Teja? And then tell me for G and H also. You should tell me for G and H also. If you understand, you should tell me. Simple, sir. Simple. Simple. From S to P, how many number of changes there, sir? For S to P, 4 electrons is changed there. Here also 4 electrons. Here also 4 electrons. Obviously, here should be also 4 electrons or not? Correct, Harika. Correct. You are right. So obviously, it's going to be 18. This is going to be again 22. This is going to be 14 again. See, if somebody asks, this also how much, sir? This is going to be 26. Again, 4 electrons will be added. 4 electrons will be added. Exactly right. Exactly right, Mr. Satish. Satish, Harika, Harika, you're all right. Raiteja is also right. Very good, very good. So go with the same energy. Okay. So this is how an electron can be identified. This is how an electron can be identified. So now, depending on the total number of electrons, so now we'll start discussing about electronic configuration. So if you look at the electronic configuration, I'll come back to this electronic configuration, but now you can see here, so how this cell, so we'll be having a shell, we'll be having subshell into maximum number of electrons in a subshell, maximum number of electrons in a subshell. Now, and the total number of electrons in a shell. So for K means what is the value of n, sir? N is equal to what? N is equal to 1. This is going to be n is equal to 2, n is equal to 3, n is equal to 4. N is equal to 4. Okay. So for n is equal to 1, you can accommodate only 2 electrons. We can accommodate 2 electrons. So for n is equal to 2, you will be having 2s and 2p. 2s and 2p. This 2 number represents the shell number, and sp represents a subshell. SP represents subshell. SPDF represents subshell. Okay. SPDF represents the subshell. Is the point clear? So if you look at here, a maximum of 2 electrons can be accommodated in a shell called n is equal to 1 K shell. So in L shell, you can accommodate 8 electrons. And in M shell, you can accommodate 18 electrons. In an N shell, you can accommodate 32 electrons. 32 electrons. So now can somebody tell me what is the next value? For n is equal to 5, how many electrons can be accommodated? For n is equal to 5, how many electrons can be accommodated? Let us see how many will answer. For n is equal to 5, how many number of electrons? For n is equal to 6, how many number of electrons? You should understand the logic also. Guess what would the values of that? Very simple. So do you want me to give the clue? Do you want me to give the clue? Do you want me to give the clue? Very simple, sir. For n is equal to 1, you have 2. For n is equal to 2, you will have 8. How much is difference, sir, here? 6 electron difference is there here. Right? 6 electrons difference is there here. Right? For n is equal to 3, it is going to be 18. Satish, you are right, Satish. Satish, you are right. Exactly right. I am telling the logic. Listen here. So, from this here to here, this will be 6. From this here to here, it is going to be 10. From here to here, how much, sir? It's going to be 14. Obviously, then, for 6 plus 4, 10 plus 14, plus 14 plus 4, it will be 18. 18. For this, you should add 18. Then that will become 50. It will become 50. If this is 50, if this is 50, n is equal to 6 is how much? Yes, right here, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It's going to be n is equal to 72. If n is equal to 7, for n is equal to 7, you can accommodate 22 plus 26. You can accommodate 98 electrons. You can accommodate 98 electrons. Exactly. This shows that you are listening to my class. This shows that, sir, this gives me a lot of energy. This gives me the boost actually. So keep listening and giving me a lot of energy so that I can make you more and more comfortable videos that creates a lot of interest in me. That creates a lot of interest in me to teach you more, to think more. Harika, you are right. Harika, you are right. Harika, you are right. Yes, that is 98. Exactly. Exactly. So you are on page. You are on page with what we are discussing. That gives me a lot of energy. That's great. That's great. Good that you're all listening. Good that you're all listening. Very nice. Okay. So this is what a shell can represent. For different values of shell, you will be having different numbers. Correct? Correct, right, Teja? Correct, Teja, you are absolutely right. I was able to tell you that. I was able to tell you that you have concluded that. So what Teja is saying is, so for each shell, so it is going to be 2n square number of electrons. Simply for n is equal to 1, it is going to be 2. For n is equal to 2, it is going to be 8. For n is equal to 3, it is going to be how much, sir? 18. For n is equal to 4, it is going to be 632. Exactly. This should be, you should remember that each shell can accommodate, 2n square number of electrons. 2n square number of electrons. So each shell can accommodate 2n square number of electrons. 2n square number of electrons. Absolutely true. So for n is equal to 8, if somebody asks, if n is equal to 8, if somebody asks what is the value, sir? Simply it's going to be 128. If somebody asks you, so you should tell that 2n square number of electrons can be accommodated. 2n square number of electrons can be accommodated. Of course, don't worry. Till now, those many number of elements are not discovered. Those many number of electrons elements are not discovered. So, but still, don't know after 20 years what may happen. But how Rateja has told is correct. So the value is same. 2n square number of electrons can be accommodated. 2n square number of electrons can be accommodated. 2n square number of electrons can be accommodated. Absolutely true. That is what you have to remember. This is another takeaway point from today's class. Right? Now, if we try to write the electron, this we call it electronic configuration. This is called electronic configuration. Electronic configuration. This is called electronic configuration. This is called electronic configuration. You're absolutely right. So now carbon has how many number of electrons, sir? It has 6 electrons. So what? So remember always the lower energy levels must be filled first. The lower energy levels must be filled first. So for it means for n is equal to 1 shell, lower shells must be filled first. Okay, the shells which are very close to the nucleus have to be filled first. Then only the next shell will be filled up. Okay, so n is equal to 1, then n is equal to 2 will fill up, then n is equal to 3 will fill up, then n is equal to 4 will fill up. Okay, so carbon has 6 electrons. So we will write it as 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. So silicon has 14 electrons. So we can write it as 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p2. So total count is 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 6, 4 plus 6, 10, 6, 10 plus 2, 12, 12 plus 2, 14. Okay. Then germanium has 32, germanium 32, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d10, 4s2, 4p2. Then tin has 50 electrons in their outer 50 electron configuration. Is the number of electrons present. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d10, 4s2, 4p6, 4d10, 4p6. This is going to be something wrong here. So what went wrong here? Since somebody tell me is going to be 4f. This you should tell me what went wrong here. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d10, and then till this how much? 28, 28 plus 30, 36, 36. So this is something wrong here. Yeah, 4s2, 4p6, 4d10. Something wrong here. What is this? What is this? How come we got again 4p6? So what should be the value, sir? Ratija, what is saying? 3p and 4s. 3p and 4s. 3p and 4s. Yeah, we got the 3d10 also, right? 3d10, 4s2, 4p6. Obviously, it will be 4d10. 4d10, then 4f something you should get. So you'll be having a 5s2 and a 5p2. 5s2 and 5p2 is what you'll get the values. Okay, but very interestingly, you can see here. So coming to the takeaway point here is you can see here. You can see here that maybe some mistake. Don't worry about that. So my important point is here. So you can see here. This is having 2s2 2p2. This is having 3s2 3p2. You're having 4s2 4p2, and then 5s2 5p2. 5s2 5p2 is having. So you can see here in n is equal to 2, for n is equal to 2, you have 4 electrons here, and in n is equal to 3, you will be having 4 electrons here, and for n is equal to 4, you will be having 4 electrons here. For n is equal to 5, we have 4 electrons here. So I can say in the outermost orbit, carbon, silicon, germanium, and tin as having 4 electrons. In the outermost orbit, they have only 4 electrons in the outermost orbit. Okay, each of the elements have completely filled subshells except the outermost subshell, which contains only 4 electrons now, which only contains 4 electrons. Right? See, it means, what does it mean, sir? What does it mean? What does it mean? You can see here. So, how many electrons can be accommodated? Actually, sir, for n is equal to 2, you'll be having actually, you can accommodate 2s2, 2p6. So, it means you can accommodate another 6 electrons here. So, you'll be having 1 electron like this. So, I hope you remember how do we write this. So, we can. So these two shells are still vacant. These two shells are still vacant. So you can accommodate still 4 more number of electrons. But you can see here we have in the outermost shell we have only 4 electrons. So 4 electrons. So depending on the outermost shells, just a second. So depending on the outermost shell, they have given some different names. Depending on the outermost shell number of depending on number of electrons in the outermost shell, outermost shell, that is n value, the elements are divided into different families. The elements are divided into different families. Germanium, what do you call it? Yeah, you can write 4s2, 3d10, 4p2. See, I have written like this, but you can think only here 4s2, 3d10, 4p2. Nothing wrong here. There is nothing wrong here. So I have written for my convenience to say that it in the outermost shell it has four electrons. That is the reason why I have written here. Okay. Need not worry here. Okay. So depending on the number of electrons in the outermost shell. So if in the outermost shell, the outermost shell has one electron, it is called as monovalent. If it has two electrons, then it is called as divalent. If it is having three electrons, then it is called trivalent. If it is having four electrons, it is called tetravalent. And if it is having five electrons, then we call this as pentavalent. So the outermost orbit is called as valency shell. Remember, the outermost shell can also be called as valency shell. That is the reason why we call it as valent. This is called valent. Di, mono, di, tri, tetra, penta, all the names are given. They represent the number of electrons in the valency shell. Electrons in the valency shell. So the two parts of this is going to be number of electrons, and then this valent represents valency shell, or outermost orbit. So you might have listened sometimes, but so this is for the students who are listening for the first time. Those who are in second year also can listen to this class, so they may not get confused. Satish, Acha, you don't know why it is called pentavalent? That's good. At least you are knowing it, right? Pentavalent means in the outermost orbit, they will be having 5 electrons. Simply let me explain you. If you want, I'll explain you. Go back and see. So from this I can tell you. So here, if this shell is having only 4 electrons, then I call this as a pentavalent. For our discussion, this red represents n is equal to 1, this green represents n is equal to 2, blue represents n is equal to 3, n is equal to 4 represents this orange. This represents orange. If the orange range, let's say this orange is the outermost orbit. If the outermost orbit has 2 electrons, then I call this as a divalent. If it is having only 3 electrons, I call this as a trivalent. If the outermost shell is having 5 electrons, only 5 electrons, sir, irrespective of how many electrons it can maximum accommodate, don't worry about that. It can accommodate 20 electrons, no issue. It may accommodate 20 electrons. There is no issue at all. There is no issue at all. But depending on how many number of electrons present in the outermost shell, I can call it as with that name pentavalent, trivalent, divalent, tetravalent, like this. Okay, so this is what the takeaway point for today's class. So this is very important. So this is the reason why we call them pentavalent, trivalent, divalent, monovalent. Okay, so based on this concept, I'll tell you, I'll slowly take you to some important tomorrow. So tomorrow's class is very important again. Tomorrow, two important concepts I'm going to discuss. What the first point is, I'm going to discuss about energy band theory of the crystals. In tomorrow's class, the energy band theory, this is a beautiful concept. No, I think no one has explained you like seriously. Tomorrow, listen to my class and comment definitely. And I'm sure that no other textbook is also mentioned. No other textbook also has my explanation. I'm sure about it. The graphical representation also I'll give you very happily. Tomorrow's class is very important. Tomorrow this energy band theory of crystal is very important that we'll discuss. And now slowly tomorrow we'll get into the semiconductor. Slowly based on this energy band of theory crystals, then we'll enter into what is an insulator, what is a semiconductor, what is a conductor. So all these three important classification we'll discuss tomorrow. Classification of materials we'll discuss tomorrow. That is, what is a metal, what is a semiconductor, what is an insulator. All these points tomorrow we're going to discuss. So please don't miss tomorrow's class. Okay. Yeah. So this is a point which I'm going to try to bring it tomorrow. So don't miss this energy band theory of crystals. Don't miss the energy band theory of the crystals. Okay. Now I'll let you know what do you mean by band. Generally we call energy band. So why this is energy, something called a band has come, and what is the energy band? And how it is divided? All these things I'm going to discuss. So the definition of energy band also I'm going to discuss tomorrow. The definition of energy band. Why it's called energy band? This also we'll be discussing. And at the same time, tomorrow morning from 11 to 12, I have one more class which is discussion of analog electronics, ECE GATE 2020 paper discussion. Analog electronics. As I told you, I can teach both analog electronics and EDC. EDC is the regular class which I have started, but in analog series I started the problem series, that to PYQs, previous year questions. Now I am discussing about year-wise discussion. Tomorrow from 11 to 12, if you have chance, please don't miss that class as well. It's also very important. But I suggest never ever miss my evening class. Right? So this class is very important. Tomorrow's class is very, very important. Don't miss the class. Okay. Yeah. Tomorrow we'll discuss. Then we have something called plus subscription. The plus subscription we have the benefit of live classes, crash courses, weekly tests. Writing test is very important, and you can have doubt solving sessions, and then sessions will be English and Hindi. Those who don't understand Hindi, they can attend the English classes. Those who don't understand English, they can attend Hindi classes. And we have something called a rank improvement batch. So these are the benefits of plus subscription. And then we have something called iconic subscription. The extra benefits of iconic subscription will be, you'll be given a personal coach, you'll be having a study planner, you'll be given a study boost sessions, and a personalized test analysis can be conducted, and a preparatory study material will be available for all you guys. Okay. Then the fee structure, which you know, that is going to be for 12 months, 27,225 rupees. For 18 months, that is 4,650 rupees. 24 months, 39,600 rupees. And iconic subscription for 12 months, 45,225 rupees. For 24 months, it is 66,600 rupees after using the code SVS10. But as I told you, this 10% is going to be decreased after midnight of 28th February. So use this opportunity Use this opportunity. Don't miss the opportunity, sir. Please don't miss the opportunities. So I'll be posting my class notes in Unacademy GATE English. Sir, how many of you are able to download these class notes? Let me know if you have anybody has a trouble of downloading these notes. How many of you are able to download this or downloading this? Or guys, downloading this Telegram channel notes, Telegram channel notes, Unacademy GATE English Telegram channel notes. Satish, from 7 to 8, we have another class of signals and systems. That is the reason why I am not adding here. Satish, we have 7 to 8 signals and systems class. That is the reason I don't want to trouble the students who are listening to both EDC and signals and systems. Okay. And this is a channel which I am teaching Unacademy GATE English, where other subjects are also going on. Okay, Harika, that's great. Okay, Harika, very good. Okay, so we have Creatrix GATE channel. We have Unacademy GATE for mechanical engineering, Unacademy GATE for civil engineers and chemical engineers, Unacademy computer science and information technology, Unacademy GATE questions, electrical junction class also is there. Electrical junction YouTube channel is also there. So please, thank you. Please don't forget to like the session, share the session, subscribe it, and hit the bell icon. Hit the bell icon. Thank you. We'll catch up in tomorrow's class. Thank you. Good night. I'll post the notes immediately. Please download it. Thank you.